This video is a recap of the 2019 World of Concrete. My name is Tyler Ley, and I am a concrete freak, and I was at home with all of my fellow freaks at the World of Concrete. There's about 60,000 concrete maniacs there, and it was an unbelievable experience. This video is going to give you the highlights and some of the awesome stuff that I saw. I got to stay at the Paris Hotel. It was so beautiful, so awesome, so blingy, and that's what kind of Las Vegas is all about, is that bling, right? They had these amazing horses all covered in like glitter and stuff and awesome glass things, but I got to meet Darth Vader. Yeah, the Darth Vader of concrete, that is. And Darth Vader brought with himself this sweet chopper, right? Yeah, a motorcycle. Yeah, look at that. It's got all of the history of Star Wars on it. Anakin Skywalker, all the way in his quest, all painted on the outside of this motorcycle. It was totally awesome to be able to see. But I gave 2 different seminars there. I talked for over 6 hours. I got to see tons and tons of technology, and I got to meet some amazing people. And by far, my most favorite part of the World of Concrete is the people. They make the event. For example, I got to see my 2 friends, Frank, who'd never met one another, both concrete freaks, and that was the best part. One highlight for me was when my concrete friends, like these 2 guys named Frank, met one another and started to talk. And this didn't happen with them, it happened with all bunches of my concrete friends that got together, that met up to meet me and talk to me, and they started talking to one another, and the conversations were just totally awesome. I also was interviewed by R.L. McCoy. You gotta go watch it on his YouTube channel. I'm gonna link to it below. But some of the coolest stuff I saw at the World of Concrete, I'll tell you, by far, the sweetest, the most awesome thing I saw was I got to meet the guy behind SpaceCrete, right? If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, go check it out. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it here. This is the future of 3D printing concrete. Now, if you look at 3D printing concrete now, a lot of people do stuff like this and they print with grout. What? What's grout? Well, grout is cement, water, and sand. Not aggregates, just cement, water, and sand. Well, so why would you use grout instead of concrete? Well, it's easy to pump, and rocks make it hard for the material to stack up one another. But concrete, rock, sand, cement, and water, concrete with rocks in it, is a whole lot less costly, a whole lot more sustainable, right? This is the future as soon as someone can figure out how to do it with concrete. And I think SpaceCrete, I think he's done it. How did he prove it to me? Well, he showed up with these little serving sizes of cement powder. And like the same stuff you put ketchup in or mustard in at the restaurant, this dude's got it with him and it's full of cement powder. He adds a little bit of water in it and grabs these yogurt spoons. You know, the ones you get the free samples with? Yeah, he stirs it up, stirs it up, stirs it up. It was pretty cool. And then he starts to add in admixture X. This is his like 3D pumping admixture that he's developed in his garage. Yeah, pretty awesome, right? So he adds this admixture in, and it's pretty cool. But I had to compare it to like chocolate sauce, right? Because it's just totally awesome. Well, the cement paste at first was like runny. It's about a 0.45 water cement ratio, pretty runny stuff, right? But then once he added his admixture and mixed it in, and he just let it sit there for a few minutes, I mean literally a few minutes, it went from runny stuff to more like pudding, more like chocolate pudding. It was like sticky and clumpy and like wouldn't come out of the container. And he let me stir it up and it was amazing. It was totally cool. Then he pulled out a toothbrush. I'm like, what? What is this guy doing? A toothbrush. But this electric toothbrush, he basically had pulled the bristles out. So why was he doing this? Because he needed a vibrator. He needed a little handheld vibrator. So he would take this pudding stuff and vibrate it and it would turn runny again. What he was trying to show was that if you were 3D printing the concrete and you wanted to finish it, you wanted to smooth it, you wanted to adjust it, you could just vibrate it a little, put a little energy in it, and then it flowed again. And then he would let it sit and it would go from runny stuff back to the pudding-like material. It was totally awesome. So it is the future of 3D concrete printing. He made a YouTube video to show all of you that couldn't be there to see this in action, and I'm gonna link to it below. And the end of it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I'll tell you, this guy is the real deal. He is the real deal. Dragon Screed. Oh my gosh. I heard about this beforehand, but I wanted to see it in person. This is a screed that hooks up to your Bobcat, and it is used to finish concrete. Usually you'd have a whole crew do this, or a big vibration screed to do this. This is a machine that just drives it over the surface. It smoothes the concrete out. It has a bar in the front to level the concrete, and then it has these floats on the back that are vibrated to smooth the surface out. It is unbelievable. Now, they didn't have it running, they just had video going, but it was sweet. Not only is it good at vibrating and screeding off concrete, but you can use it on your base. You can use it on your soil and your rock to smooth it out. They were showing some sweet videos of that as well, where it would drive around and you could grade anything you wanted to. It was amazing and cool, and definitely one of the coolest things I saw at the World of Concrete. But they had these other folks there. It was something called Safe Climb, these shoes you could wear to make it easier to scale rebar walls. It was awesome. I wanted to try it. I wanted to scale a rebar wall with it, but they weren't letting me do it yet. But I tell you, it looked pretty sweet. There's another group called Skymul, right? Skymul. What is that? Well, you can't tell. That's a drone with a rebar gun tied to the bottom, a rebar tying gun tied to the bottom. So the drone would fly around, it would figure out where the bars crossed, it would land, and it would tie it. Now, they weren't doing it there. They were showing simulations of it and kind of how it was working. I'm not sure if it's totally working yet, but it's sweet. And that name, Skymul, reminds me of Skymul, right? That sweet magazine you'd get in the plane, right? And doesn't it just seem like something you'd see on the cover? Like, yeah, like a drone that ties rebar on Skymul. I don't see Skymuls anymore in the planes, but I think this is a pretty cool technology and a really cool idea. Another group is called Jewelcrete. They would put two dissimilar metals inside concrete, and it's a battery. And they could power lights. And their idea is to build like a concrete countertop that could power your cell phone. And they had one of their concrete batteries that had been working for 4 years. Now, it just powered a little light, right? But 4 years of power for a light? That's pretty sweet. I was also totally humbled when Concrete Construction Magazine actually named me one of the most influential people in the concrete industry. I was blown away. I couldn't believe, I thought they had like the wrong person, right? But they delivered the cover of the magazine to me. This is Bill Palmer taking pictures with me. It was totally cool. And I'll tell you what, thank you, viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because they mentioned my YouTube channel in there in the article, and they talked about how important it was. And they talked about how I was helping people and the interaction that we had back and forth. So I really appreciate you watching this channel and for all your comments and all your support and help. I think this award's for all of us. I appreciate it. With that, please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below and subscribe to my channel. Also, I want to remind you that I'm on Instagram now, and you can find me at concrete.tyler. And with that, see ya.